At some point, you stopped feeling like yourself. Not suddenly, not dramatically, but slowly. So slowly that you didn't even notice when it started. You still go through your day, you still talk to people, you still do what you're supposed to do, but something feels off, like you're playing a version of yourself, not actually being it. And the strange part is, you can't even explain what exactly changed. You just know. This doesn't feel like you anymore. And this feeling is more common than you think. Psychologically, it usually doesn't come from one big event. It comes from small shifts over time. The first shift is adaptation. You start adjusting yourself to fit situations, to avoid conflict, to be accepted, to make things easier. At first, it's small. You change how you speak, how you react, what you show. And slowly, you build a version of yourself that works for everyone else, but not for you. The second shift is emotional suppression. There are moments when you feel something strongly, but you don't express it. Maybe it feels unnecessary. Maybe it feels uncomfortable. So you hold it in, again and again. And over time, your brain learns something. It learns that your real emotions are not always welcome. So it stops bringing them forward. And when that happens, you don't just lose the uncomfortable emotions. You lose the real ones too. The third shift is mental overload. Your brain is constantly processing information, thoughts, decisions, expectations, pressure. And when it becomes too much, your mind starts going into autopilot. You do things without fully feeling them. You move through your day, but you're not really present inside it. And that creates distance. Not from others, from yourself. The fourth shift is identity drift. Every decision you make, every situation you adapt to, slightly changes your sense of self. And over time, those small changes add up. Until one day, you look at yourself and think, when did I become this person? Not because this version is wrong, but because it doesn't feel like the original you. The fifth shift is disconnection from meaning. You might still be doing things, working, talking, living, but if those actions stop feeling meaningful, your brain disconnects emotionally. And that creates emptiness, not because your life is empty, but because it doesn't feel aligned anymore. And this is where most people get confused. They think something is wrong with them. But in reality, this is your brain signaling something important. It's telling you that somewhere along the way, you started drifting too far from yourself. And here's the truth. You didn't lose yourself. You adapted. You protected yourself. You survived in the best way you knew how. But now, those adaptations are no longer helping you. They're just keeping you distant. And the way back is not about becoming someone new. It's about slowly reconnecting, paying attention again to what you feel, to what you want, to what actually feels real to you. And that doesn't happen instantly. It happens in small moments. Moments where you stop performing and just exist. Moments where you allow yourself to feel something honestly, even if it's uncomfortable, because that's where your real self still exists. Not in the version you show the world, but in the parts you've been ignoring. And maybe you don't need to find yourself again. Maybe you just need to stop leaving yourself behind